Welcome back to 10 About Town, everyone. I'm Brittany Bailey alongside Katie Inman, and we are here live at the Fort Loudoun State Historic Park for our Von Orr Hometown Spotlight today.
Yes, for centuries, this area has not only been a place of history, but also a place for people to learn. At Fort Loudoun State Historic Area, you'll see the Union Jack and Tennessee state flag flying side by side.
During the French and Indian War, there were events happening to the north that made Fort Loudoun a necessity.
This isn't the usual park ranger get-up.
No, ma'am, it's not. I feel blessed. I get to come here and play war and build forts and all that stuff I did for free as a kid.
Will Kenton has gotten to step back in history every day at Fort Loudoun since 1997.
Here the focus was history. It was keeping the story alive, is taking care of the school kids and the families that came through, and that's what I cared about.
Fourth graders from Hardin Valley Elementary got that front row seat field trip on Wednesday.
I would argue that it also does a kid an awful lot of good to get out in the open and you know, and smell the powder from these muskets and you know, get to walk these grounds and hear about it, where it's not just reading from a textbook.
Stepping back from the pages and walking on top of history, literally.
Well, these buildings are on top of their original sites. They're all 18 feet high, roughly.
Back in 1979, Tellico Dam would have flooded this area with Tellico Lake. So instead of losing these lessons, they tore down what they had built and raised it up.
You know, I feel like this whole valley has such a tremendous history.
Not to mention walking the footsteps of leaders and learning those lessons centuries later.
The French and Indian War stands out to me as an American as the training grounds, the classroom for America's founding fathers.
A classroom then and now.
But there's so many things that happened in this valley between our beauty and our history. I can't imagine a better place to come with a family and just dive in and enjoy it.
You saw a lot of those fourth graders here, and actually Fort Loudoun is part of the curriculum in Tennessee for fourth graders, and so that Will was telling me that they see a lot of the fourth graders come here on field trips, which is pretty cool. And as we mentioned, this Fort Loudoun is actually a replica of the original.
Yeah, and on some special times you can come here and visit and see reenactments. You can see demonstrations of artillery, musketry, blacksmithing, and woodworking. Now all of this is free to attend when those garrison weekends happen, and the next one is coming up November 18th if you would like to stop by and see it all firsthand.